Matt, give me a quick sound check.
Hello. Can you hear me? Is there anybody out there? Did you hear me?
Actually, I'm gonna need you to do it again in a sec.
Okay.
Oh, are we going to YouTube? There it is. Okay, give me another sound check, please, Matt.
Now
So, are we going to YouTube?
Well, I don't
There it is.
I'm
Okay, give me another sound check, please, Matt.
I got us pulled up.
Okay. That thing I was thinking does not work, so I'm switching it back.
Okey-dokey.
Okay, now. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch, live on Trovo, live on Facebook, live on Instagram, live on TikTok.
Oops. That's not good.
What happened?
Oh, I commented with my work account.
You want me to delete that? Here,
Yeah, you can delete that.
I removed
please.
it. Now nobody will see it after if they join after. Except it showed up on screen.
That's fine.
Oh, I should check my XP. I'm going to look at the video. What? I've watched 139.58 hours.
Good job, man.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, were you conscious for those hours?
I don't think so. Not all of them. And definitely not sober for all of them.
That's not the point.
Oh, okay. I know I'm caught up with Agatha, but now for the life of me, I can't think of... We'll talk about it in the show. You guys can
You mean
jog
like-
my memory.
I'm fading her in. We're going live, gentlemen. We can talk about it right now. Welcome, everybody. Gaming Mike here, along with AC Gamer and Actor Matt for Jolt. Another episode of Jolt where we'll talk video game news and movie news and TV and entertainment news and all kinds of wonderful things right here. So thanks for joining us. Hello, gentlemen. Hello.
What's up?
Okay.
How's everybody doing today?
I got my glasses back, if you,
Oh, goody.
if you see. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Wonderful.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm good. I just ate a Wendy's breakfast. Not
Excellent.
not the best. If I gotta be honest.
Well, at least you got breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day, after all.
I got my coffee. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
That's what you need for some jolting. Some jolting.
Yeah.
We
Early
got-
morning jolt.
We got good news here today. We got movie news. Look, Henry Cavill's going to be in some Voltron. We'll talk about that. We got What else we got? Oh, we got a new head of Xbox Game Studios coming in. Stuff about Dragon Age: The Veilguard we can talk about. We got TVs to talk about. We got movies to talk about. Where would you gentlemen like to start, really?
Well, we should probably let's talk about Agatha. Why not?
Yes. Excellent. Appropriate. How did you like the last episode? What are we on? 5? Episode 5?
Yep. And so we're...
Boy, a lot of questions answered, huh? I mean...
Yeah, everybody who has not watched the series yet, spoilers, but...
Yeah, we'll be talking spoilers. I'll pull up some pictures here as well. Episode 5. I forgot to grab any of those this time.
Yep.
But that's okay.
It is confirmed that the teen, as he's been called...
Yes.
He is...
Billy.
He's Billy. He's Billy Kaplan / Billy Maximoff, Wanda's son.
So this whole episode was all about him. It was all about his backstory. We find out how he came to be and why he was looking for Agatha. We see flashbacks to when he was Billy Kaplan, right? He's Billy Kaplan, just some kid over in Eastview, right next to Westview, which is the town that Wanda took over in WandaVision.
Yep.
It gets into a car wreck it was right as the hex was fading. They're like looking at the hex as they're driving home. They were told to evacuate his bar mitzvah because something was happening with the hex. So presumably that was like the finale of WandaVision, right? Mm-hmm. When they were driving home, they get in a car crash. He dies, right? This young boy dies, and then the spirit of Wanda's kid, who she made up inside her own hex nearby, just leapt into his body, I guess. As best I can tell.
Exactly, yeah. And that's like the craziest thing that I think could happen. It's like, yeah.
But also fairly close to the comics, right? Isn't there's a lot of like reincarnated soul action with this whole character in the comics, isn't there?
Yeah. So Billy Kaplan dies.
Yeah.
In that car accident, but then Billy Maximoff basically just like takes over his body because reasons, I don't know.
Because he was like I was thinking maybe just closest dead body nearby that's also named Billy. I don't know if that matters. They have the same first name. Maybe that had something to do with it.
It does. It does. When you're possessing somebody, you need to have the same first name.
I'm sure it helps.
Yeah.
But I know that like it's crazy because Billy Kaplan dies. Billy, Billy Maximoff, who is like at this point like 10 years old or something like that. He takes over his body, and so like he has no like idea what's going on, Yeah. He's like
making this face.
He's just like so confused and like scared, and I think he eventually gets it. Like, these
are them from WandaVision. These are the boys from WandaVision. So before there was, they were this age at the end of WandaVision, right?
Yeah.
So Anyway, continue.
So he's kind of like a 10-year-old in like a teenager's body. He has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, and the confusion came across. Like, I thought they did a pretty good job of telling that without really saying it while he's like looking at himself in the mirror. He catches his reflection in the ambulance. Little moments like that showed that he just doesn't know what the hell's going on, and something's happened at least. Oh, where'd those pictures go?
So
messed up.
It's pretty crazy, and I like how this show so far has just been pretty like kind of dark. They're not afraid to like do like really crazy stuff like that. And so like,
what about the cameo?
Right. Yep. And Evan Peters came back as Ralph Boner. Also, Agatha was wearing an excellent Boner Family Reunion T-shirt. I don't know if you caught it. It was like the slogan was "Pitch a tent for the Boner Family Reunion." It was pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
I didn't catch that. That's awesome.
That's what she was wearing. We also saw scenes from the first episode, but from the teen's perspective. So without Agatha being under the spell, when she was playing police officer, when she was playing mayor of Easttown. And kicking him out of his chair and everything. I thought that was hilarious. She goes to kick him in real life, and it just sort of like it doesn't kick him out of his chair. It's not nearly as dramatic, and he's just like, "What the hell are you doing?" It was good. It was good. It was fun to see that this scene replay, like the whole chase down the alleyway, and we saw Deborah Jo Rupp again for a second because he runs into her car. It was just a lot less dramatic in the real world version when we saw it through the teen's eyes, which was fun. It was fun. I liked that scene a lot. The alternate,
the fact that she was winded.
Yeah,
she was just winded.
She just winded immediately. They're like stumbling around, falling off the roof and everything. Toker, welcome to it. Yeah, it was good. It was real good. Fun scene. Fun to. It's always fun to see like the other side of those. Clearly one person's perspective is distorted scenes like that. And they did it real well in this. They did it real well. What else? What else in this episode? Plenty.
Yeah, there was plenty. The pace is picking up. Like it's kind of been slow. I know like every episode was a new trial and there was a little bit of action, but it seems like now that it's just Billy and Agatha, like now the pace is going to pick up and now we're going to see some really cool stuff. That's
another thing. We saw flashbacks of some of the other witches, but not Rio Vidal, right? We didn't see Rio, no Aubrey Plaza in this episode whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it's like there was a couple of scenes where she was around, but his viewpoint didn't even see her in those flashbacks. But he saw Let's see. He saw Deborah Jo Rupp.
I'm more like involved with Agatha, not much with like Billy or Wanda.
Yeah.
Because
she's definitely focused big time on Agatha.
Yeah, because Agatha and her were apparently like lovers in a past life.
Seems like.
And so I think she's definitely going to be like a big antagonist. I kind of like the idea that Agatha versus Billy is going to be like the big.
They're setting him up to be the hero, right? He's going to come out looking like
the
hero. If
he is because I think they're trying to build up to like the Young Avengers, because Billy is a big part of the Young Avengers. There's Hulkling. There's what's her name? Haley Steinfeld, Hawkeye.
That's
the
right.
New Hawkeye.
That's right.
And Kamala, Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
I think like they're building up to be like the new Avengers, like they're the Young Avengers in the comic books. But like I think that makes sense. Oh, Ironheart. I think like she could definitely like step in and be like the new Iron Man. So that's my prediction. I think that's what they're building up to because Billy is a big part. Billy is a big part of the Young Avengers.
Yeah.
Young Loki.
Oh yeah, in the Loki series we did have a young Loki.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, we'll see. It's looking good. I like the way this episode definitely did pick up. It definitely did pick up. We saw the flashbacks. We saw, let's see, here it is. Alice Wu. We saw her as a police officer, like she said she was. We saw the other witch on YouTube. Here we saw, Patty Lupone. We saw her giving fortunes at his bar mitzvah, and she's the one that put the sigil on him.
Oh yeah.
From saying his name. We found that out. Because I guess Billy Kaplan was just really into music. He had like posters of Houdini on his walls. And he seemed like he was a kid that was really into magic, so I guess that's why he had a fortune teller at his bar mitzvah, and that's how they're explaining that. But then at the end it catches up to last episode, which is where he tossed them all in the mud, and Agatha comes crawling out of the mud like it's no big deal, but we didn't see the other two come out. And they have a whole conversation and then keep walking, and it's not like they're waiting or looking in the mud or checking on the other two, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, they did talk a lot about, was it this episode or last episode? They talked a lot about how Agatha just didn't give a darn and she killed all of the rest of her coven and she was the only one to leave the road. So, I don't think she really cares.
Yeah, I get this bad guy. Yeah, we're going to see this kid bring her down. Bring her down. Yeah, but I'm loving it. That episode definitely sort of revitalized things for me for this series because it was dragging a little bit. I felt like.
Yeah.
But I think coming up, we got what 3 more episodes, so we'll see more with Aubrey Plaza, which will be fantastic. We'll find out who she is and what she's doing there, and if she's Lady Death or not in the MCU. Which, boy, if she is, that opens up so many storylines that they could play with.
She's Death?
Well, there's speculation. There's speculation.
Oh, okay.
There's hints and clues. Her black heart, and some of the tarot card stuff that's been happening in the show. There's hints and clues. But
yeah,
that would be cool
because
then we could see if they do another Deadpool. We could see her in Deadpool.
Yeah, she's been involved with Deadpool in the comics. She's been involved with Thanos in the comics, famously.
Well,
it could go interesting places.
I'm just really happy that they're exploring more of like the supernatural magic side of the MCU.
Yeah,
because there's so much stuff to be explored. I mean, at the end of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse, Cleo shows up.
Yeah,
and it's like
Charlize
Theron. Come on, man. Let's explore that side of the MCU. Because they got freaking what's his name? The villain of like the first Doctor Strange.
Yes, Mordo, Baron Mordo.
Yeah, Mordo, and the whole Darkhold thing is interesting, and there's like so much to explore in that.
How do you say this actor's name? I don't even know. It's got great spelling. What is his? Oh, somebody show me his name. Can't even find it right now. Anyway, yeah, lots of characters to pull from. Lots of things they've done in these shows.
Yeah.
I've got a couple more movie reviews if you would indulge me.
Agatha, all along, yes. Let's talk movies. Which movies would you like to talk?
Can I talk about Transformers 1? Because I forgot to talk about it last episode.
Yes, that'll lead nicely into this Voltron announcement. So go ahead.
Yeah.
I watched Transformers 1, and it was awesome. I love Transformers. I love... basically, when I was at that age where I was watching Beast Wars.
Yeah.
And that was the coolest stuff ever to me. And then I got into Transformers, and so I've been a Transformers fan for like my whole life. So I watched Transformers 1, which is basically like the super prequel. It starts off with
super prequel. No, go ahead. That should be a new category, shouldn't it?
Yeah, the super prequel.
Well, I mean, like in any like Transformers media, you know that Optimus Prime and Megatron were actually brothers. Okay. They started out as like friends and brothers, and this is the movie that shows that basically.
Nice.
Yeah, it looked great. Like the trailers for it looked great. Like the wife and I wanted to take the boys to go see it. It looked that good. So tell us all about it. Is it that good?
Great voice cast. Hemsworth, Johansson, Brian Tyree Henry.
Yep.
Good voice cast. Good sounding voice cast, I'm sure.
Brian Tyree Henry, he is a great Megatron. Chris Hemsworth, he's a great Optimus. I can't recommend it enough. I thought it was great. I thought it was awesome.
So what's like the main struggle in this one? What are they trying to do?
So and also the names are different. It's D12 is Megatron.
Oh boy.
And I forget
Fresh
what
out of the factory or something?
Well, they're just like they're on Cybertron, and the primes are the elite people that are controlling the planet. And both Optimus and Megatron are kind of like workers, slaves, basically,
Oh no,
for a better term.
slavery bad.
Yeah.
And so like they try to rise up and try to take over. They try to like reclaim their planet for like the people, but
Righteous.
Optimus and Megatron kind of see it different ways. Like Megatron, he gets like, well, the thing is like they both get like this power that is like the
well, they get their sparks, right? They get their
they get the sparks, the Allspark, and
Gotta have your Allspark.
and so they're able to like transform and be more powerful, basically. And so like Optimus and Megatron kind of like disagree on how how it should work. Like Megatron kind of becomes a fascist.
A little bit fascist.
And Optimus is just like trying to be like, no, that's not the way. We need to, everybody should have a say, basically. So it's really cool. I like the way they did it.
Were these sound effects when they transformed like nice and classic sound effects?
Oh yeah, definitely.
nice.
Excellent.
It's a classic sound.
You mentioned Beast Wars before you segued into the review of this. Who was your favorite in Beast Wars? Because Beast Wars was my favorite Transformers too.
Oh man, I loved them all. I loved Optimus Primal, but I also loved like Dinosaur.
Yeah.
The Raptor guy who tried to like overthrow Megatron. Oh, Dinobot.
Yeah, Dinobot, and he ended up going to Optimus Primal's side.
Yeah, he did. He was a good guy.
Yeah, he became a good guy. My favorite was Rat Trap, and I actually had a rat around that time period that I named Rat Trap.
I love Rat Trap too because he has like that like New York, New Jersey. Yeah, what's up, Optimus? What's going on?
It is super cheesy, but if any of you, I think it's on Tubi, but if you can stream Beast Wars and watch Beast Wars, super cheesy 90s Transformers, bad CGI.
You can watch them on YouTube. I think they're all on YouTube right now.
Okay. Yeah, I recommend watching them because that was part of my childhood and I loved it.
It was like really kind of, looking back at it now, like really bad, like CGI. But at the time, it was like, oh man, a 3D cartoon? Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. It was so cool.
Fantastic.
I got one more movie review.
Oh wait, but while we're on transforming robot stuff, let's just talk real quick about the announcement that Henry Cavill's going to star in a live-action Voltron, shall we?
Ooh.
It's been announced. Not much really to say about it other than it has been announced. But yeah, we're getting a live action with Henry Cavill coming to Voltron, and also Daniel Quinn Toy has been cast. He was in West End with Tom Holland. I didn't see it, but there you go. We got a Voltron in the pipeline starring Henry Cavill, live action Voltron. More details, I'm sure, as they unfold.
I never watched the. I was not a Voltron kid, but I did watch the Netflix series that they did a few years back, which was, I thought, pretty good. It was done by like the makers of Avatar.
Oh, okay.
And so I wonder who Henry Cavill is going to play. Like, is he like the head guy, or is he going to be
probably going to be like the right leg, maybe right arm? I'm just kidding. I don't know that much about Voltron either.
Well, is he going to be like?
I was more into Power Rangers than Voltron. I'll say that.
Is he going to be like a mentor guy, or I don't know. We'll see.
So I was a huge Voltron fan, and the oldest of the group, which probably Henry Cavill might be, was the head. and the main body. And, you know, I mean, they talk about it in Deadpool, even 5 mini lion bots combined to make one big lion bot.
That's right.
I loved Voltron. I had the Voltron toys, and it was cool because they were like Transformers, and you could like take them out and have the separate lions, and then you could put them all together and make Voltron. I just don't know why we need another, like, didn't they learn their lesson from Transformers? Like, I guess we still go and see the
franchise done pretty well? There've been like 5 of them.
Yeah,
keep making them if they don't make money, Matt.
I think they recoup what they put in. Yeah, you know what? You're right. I guess we all want to just see.
I mean,
giant transforming robots smash into
things. Weren't there
things.
2 Pacific Rim movies, and that wasn't even based on childhood nostalgia?
Right. I guess I just want to see something original come out of Hollywood, and stop like taking my childhood and redoing it.
Well,
but I guess even
don't you like the MCU?
I do. Yeah, I get. Yeah, I just think because like
I don't know what I want.
Here's the thing I feel about it. I love Power Rangers. I think, I just love Power Rangers. They came out with that Power Rangers movie like in 2017, I think.
Yeah.
That remake, and it's like
PG-13 jokes.
And it was like bad, but it's like I'll just forget about it because it wasn't good, and I'll just like keep looking forward to like the next, good Power Rangers thing because I love Power Rangers. That's all it is to it.
Well, yeah, and now thinking
like nothing, like they can't do anything to ruin it. I hate when people say like, "Oh, it ruins it." It's like, well, no, it doesn't. It doesn't, because I still love Star Wars. There have been plenty of bad Star Wars movies. There have been plenty of bad Power Rangers remakes or whatever. But I still keep loving it. That's the thing. Same with Godzilla. I love Godzilla. Bad Godzilla movies, but I still keep liking Godzilla.
Some of the worst episodes of Star Trek are my favorite to talk about.
Yeah, true.
To piggyback on that, like we were just talking about Beast Wars. That was probably my favorite live-action Transformers movie. Was when they brought in Optimus Primal and Cheetar.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I mean,
so good.
I gotta go back and redact what I said there a little bit ago. Maybe this will be good.
We changed his mind.
Yeah.
Plus Henry Cavill. I like Henry Cavill, so put him in something anyway. Says me.
Right? Put him in all the things.
It's like I just don't I don't get the appeal of being a hater.
Right. And a long time ago I said that like if I go into a movie and I have fun, it was good. If I don't have fun, then it was bad. Like if I just sat there the whole time bored or I fell asleep, then it was bad. But if I went in there and I enjoyed the whole movie, then it was good. So that's how I critique my movies now.
I asked AI, what is the appeal of being a hater? According to AI, being a hater can give people a sense of power and control, especially when they feel powerless in other areas of their lives. It can also be a good way to bond with others who share similar negative views. But let's be real, it's not the healthiest way to go about things. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. What do you think? That's AI's response to that.
That's so great.
It even asks a follow-up question.
I love it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. That's great.
Toker says Henry Cavill is dreamy. Agreed, Toker. Agreed.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 other movie reviews, but we can move on to.
Movie. Yeah, let's talk movies, and then we can take a peruse through the upcoming trailers too, just to see what's coming up.
I've got I saw Joker.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about Joker 2.
It was. You know what? To be honest, I actually kind of liked it, but it is definitely I do understand like the hate that it's gotten.
What made the hate understandable? What about it? What can you tell us about it that made it?
Because it's nothing like the first Joker movie.
Okay.
It's
a musical. Other things other than that?
I would go see it if it was a musical.
It is a musical.
Well, no, those parts are actually like really good. I thought,
or it's got a fair amount of musical numbers in it, from my understanding.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a jukebox musical. So like no original songs, but like songs from that era of the 70s.
Okay.
You know, Lady Gaga, she's, you know, awesome. She sings really well, and Joaquin Phoenix, he actually belts out some good songs too. But I think the whole reason like people don't like it is because it's really, really slow paced. It's like it takes place either in like the jail or in the courtroom. And those are where like all the scenes come from, basically. I think the ending is like people are not gonna like the ending.
I've heard disturbing things about the ending. Is it pretty disturbing?
It's not disturbing, but it's just like it. The whole point of the movie is like trying to determine whether Arthur Fleck is he crazy? Like, does he have like, you know, this other personality as the Joker, or is Arthur Fleck just the Joker? And they kind of teeter-totter around that. And I don't think the movie really kind of answers that, but at the end, Arthur basically just says, no, I'm not the Joker. I did these things. And you should probably kill me.
Wow.
Because like the whole thing is like, yeah, we need to give this guy the death penalty.
Oh,
because,
okay.
So it's like it's almost like a true crime.
Well,
sort
for
of thing
shooting
there.
Robert De Niro in the head on live TV in the last one, right?
That's the whole point. Is like he killed those 3 guys on the subway. He killed Robert De Niro. He also killed that other guy in his apartment.
Yeah.
And so they're like saying like, are you like an actual like, you know, did 2 split personalities, or did you actually do this? And he says like, no, I did this.
Did he kill the girl, or was she a figment of his imagination? I forget from the first one. It's been so long. I watched it once and I was like, you know what? That was enough.
It
was
was
enough.
It was his real neighbor, but he like fantasized the entire relationship.
Oh, you talking about Zazie Beetz?
Yeah, Zazie Beetz.
Yeah. Did he?
No,
kill
he
her?
didn't kill her because she comes up. She's like a witness in the trial. She's back.
Okay.
Oh, nice. She's in this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
But yeah, I can see kind of how it's not. I don't know. People didn't like the ending, and I thought it was okay. I don't think it gets. I don't think it deserves like all the hate that it's gotten. My recommendation: go watch it. I think it's interesting. I think it's
okay. This is something that I think that we should do in future episodes. Is it one that you would recommend going to theaters and seeing, or one that you would recommend waiting until it's out on streaming?
I mean, if you're only in it for just like what happens like with the story, then yeah, definitely just wait until it's on streaming. But like if you like, I thought like, yeah, good cinematography and good like musical numbers, definitely go watch in theaters.
I was just scrolling through the trailer, and some of those set pieces look wonderful.
Because Lady Gaga, she plays Lee, and she kills it. She's really good. And
so the not Harley Quinn.
No, she is Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay.
She goes by Lee. Thank you.
Yeah. They just call her Lee. But yeah, she is Harleen Quinzel.
Okay.
Oh. Well, there you go. Joker 2. It's got AC Gamer's recommendation. You said in theaters. You recommend theater viewing?
Yeah, with those specifications.
Yeah. Just be aware of what you're getting into.
Okay,
Joker.
and Transformers, theaters or streaming?
Too late for theaters, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. I think it's out of theater.
Dang. Well, all right.
But I'm sure it'll be like on Peacock or whatever.
Yeah, it'll be wherever it's going pretty soon, I'm sure. I reckon.
And then the last one I wanted to talk about is Saturday Night.
Oh, did you see that? Oh, yeah, you saw that.
Yeah,
Yep.
you mentioned that in our text stream.
Yep, Saturday Night. I think that was like one of my favorite movies of the year.
Yeah.
It was so good, dude. It basically is all about like the first time they're able to like air Saturday Night, and it's about basically Lorne Michaels just trying to like wrangle the cast and crew all over this crazy idea of just like, let's air like a live skit show in the 1970s, and it involves like the best characters were like Lorne Michaels, who is just like panicked and just like the the version of anxiety, just like trying to run around and try to like wrangle everybody out. There's the guy who plays Chevy Chase, and oh gosh, what's his name?
Lamorne Morris.
Yep, and
Cousin Greg plays Andy Kaufman, right? Cousin Greg from Succession. I don't know this actor.
Yeah, Andy Kaufman's there.
Yeah.
They got Billy Preston. They got oh man, yeah, all the great people over there, and like it's a whole movie about Lorne Michaels just like trying to run around and just like trying to wrangle all these stars who like have like kind of like, including Chevy Chase, like they kind of have like their egos up their butt.
Yeah.
Well, I heard that about Chevy Chase, that he was like super just not a good person. But John
Belushi too. John Belushi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't Cousin Greg also play Jim Henson in this? Does he play two parts?
Yeah, he does.
That's right. Yeah.
He's Jim Henson. Jim Henson's a big part in this too.
That's funny.
Yeah, and
was that Dan Aykroyd that I saw as Mike?
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd.
I mean, obviously not like that wasn't Dan Aykroyd playing himself, but
yeah. And it all takes place on that first night that they aired. Is that right? It's all about that very first night.
It's great, and Willem Dafoe, he's in it too, and he plays like basically the big like NBC executive that's just like this better kill or otherwise we're going to shut you down.
Yeah. Oh, I love Willem Dafoe. That's great.
So I thought it was great. It's like a anxiety causing movie. I thought
it's only been out for like a week, right? I want to see that one in theaters for sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be a. Do you recommend it as a date night movie?
Sure, yeah, definitely.
Got a theater recommend and a date night recommend.
Yeah,
I mean, like, because like the soundtrack is just like the pulsing like drum.
Okay.
It's like they have to get their shit together, otherwise they're toast.
Okay.
Yeah. Sweet. There you have it. AC Gamer's been going to the theaters. Lovely.
Yeah.
Should we take a quick scroll of recent trailers then? Movie trailers?
Sure.
Since last week, there's been a few, I believe. Let's see. Oh, Stallone's got an action movie coming out. that looks pretty good called Armor. It looks very Stallone. It looks like they are hijacking an armored car and trying not to kill. It's like Stallone doesn't want to kill the guys in the car. The trailer's here in the Discord. I won't scroll through it right now, but just as an overview, it looks like a good Stallone flick going to be coming out. We got Hugh Grant in an A24 Heretic. This is the third trailer that's been posted. This one is out soon. I need to start posting the release dates off of these trailers.
Oh, you know what? I saw that trailer when I went to the Joker.
Yeah, Hugh Grant is looking creepy as hell in this. Let's see if I can find
Yes,
the
you know what it's about?
What?
2 Latter-day Saint sisters.
Oh, they're Mormons. They're missionaries.
Yep.
I did not realize that.
They come knocking on his door.
Theaters November 8th. And then he like locks them in their basement and studies them? Creepy.
Yep.
Hugh Grant freaking me out. But that's a November 8th release, so that's coming up soon. We got Juror number 2 with Nicholas Hoult. This one surprised me a bit. I hadn't heard about this until I saw this trailer. He's playing a juror who's in a trial for a guy that's wanted for killing somebody, but it was actually this juror that accidentally killed this person that the trial's all about. And so he's like his whole moral dilemma about, does he come forward or does he convict this guy for murder? Help convict this guy for murder. It looks pretty intense. Looks pretty intense.
Wow.
Juror number 2 coming in November, also to theaters. Let's see. We got Timothée Chalamet playing Bob Dylan in the Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown. Also, Elle Fanning, Edward Norton in that one. Looking for a release date in this trailer. I don't know. Oh, December 25th. That's our Christmas movie this year. The Bob Dylan bio, A Complete Unknown. It's I'm curious to see how Timothy plays Bob Dylan. It looks like he's got the voice. It looks like he's got the dialect down in this trailer. But you can check out these trailers, of course, in the Discord. We're not playing them here to avoid the copyright issues. And then I saw this one, the Russo brothers with Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown, who I guess Netflix just outright owns Millie Bobby Brown these days. That's all she does is be in Netflix stuff, right? They just own her.
She just,
This one is like,
Netflix.
oh, sorry, go ahead. Say again.
No, I said she just sold her soul to Netflix.
Yeah, it must be some nice contracts going for her. But this is like a dystopian future type of movie where the robots have lost their rights. And then it looks like Millie Bobby Brown sort of befriends a robot and finds Chris Pratt along the way, and he decides to help her. And then the robots help them. And it's from the Russo brothers, so the action should be pretty super sweet. And it looks like a nice...
It looks interesting. Like, I'll definitely watch it.
Yeah,
The
it
Russo
looks like it'll
brothers
be
are,
good.
there are
Is that one of the...
godfathers, so...
Is that one of the ones that's like direct to Netflix?
Yeah, it looks posted by Netflix, so I'm assuming direct to streaming. Let's see. Oh, March. That's not till March. But yes, only on Netflix, that one. That's a Netflix production with their stable of stars. The Russo brothers have done a few things for Netflix in the last few years, too. One with Chris Evans that was pretty decent. I'm trying to think. It was Chris Evans and...
The Gray Man.
Gray Man, that's right. What's that other actor? Ryan Gosling.
I haven't watched it, so maybe chat. Tell me if it was good or not. I haven't seen it.
I liked it. It was good for an action flick, a spy thriller action flick. Is definitely the Russo brothers definitely know how to do that stuff. The story was paper thin, but you don't really need it for a movie like that, in my opinion. So it's very easy to watch. Just a great when you're in the mood for an action flick kind of movie. Yeah, it was good. But there's a look at what's coming up, some teasers coming up. If you all viewers ever see some trailers that you find interesting, feel free to post them up in the Discord. Link in the description for the Discord if you're not already in there with us. And where should we shuffle from there, boys?
I'm looking at the main deck right now. Let's see. Can talk about... Well, I mean, it's... we could talk about like our favorite, since it's spooky season. We can talk about spooky season stuff. We can talk about our 14 vampire movies you should watch.
Yes, there it is. I'll pull that up. Whose article was this? Tell us all about it.
The vampire movies.
AC?
That was all you, AC.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, I was just thinking about
I can just start scrolling.
Yeah, I was just thinking about like what are our favorite, scary movies, and I was like, well, vampires are a good way to start. What's your favorite vampire, boys?
Well, they got Lost Boys here.
Lost
yeah, what's
Boys.
your favorite, Matt?
There you go.
Recommends here, but what's your favorite?
Oh man, I knew you were gonna ask me because I'm the one that loves vampires. Man, there's so many good ones. 30 was it 30 Days a Night? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, 30 Days a Night.
Yeah, that one's really good. Of course, the Blade movies are classic. Lost Boys. The wife and I watched Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
I've seen that one, and I read that book at one point.
Yeah,
that's just some. That one's fun. That's a fun piece of work.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
I'll tell you like two of my like good like vampire memories. When I was just like a very, very little kid, I think I had to be like 6 or 7. I was watching a movie with my dad, and we were watching From Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, nice. Good one.
And the scene where Selma Hayek just starts, dancing, and I'm like, what the heck? Whoa. That was damn. Damn. And then like my dad like realized just like, oh, I probably shouldn't be watching this with him.
It is a Tarantino film. It is a Tarantino film, so yeah.
And like I was watching that movie, I was just like, wow.
Maybe your dad decided that you were the right age for that and put it on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I have not forgotten about it since. So
formative. A great one for me.
The other one was.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, the other one was Bram Stoker's Dracula that I watched with Keanu Reeves and Winona Ryder, and they just like, oh man, that movie was just like scarring because
Budapest.
Yeah, just like so much of like I just love how like Gary Oldman's like his makeup and like his design was just like so cool.
Gary Oldman was amazing in that movie.
But it was also just like terrifying as a kid. That was like one of my favorites. So yeah, those are the two vampire movies that I love.
Excellent. I do on this list. It showed What We Do in the Shadows, which is particularly hilarious vampire movie, and the series is also great. But the original movie, it's a great vampire parody type of vampire movie. Without being,
highly recommend both.
It's only like half parody though, the jokes are there, but they're still like legitimately being vampires in that movie, even while they're being funny, just straight up sucking the blood out of people and leaving corpses behind, that kind of thing. Vampire stuff, vampire stuff. So What We Do in the Shadows definitely gets my recommend. If you haven't seen it. Plus, there's a new season of that coming out soon, or it's filming now, I think. I don't know.
I think so. I think it's going to be the last season. I think
it's the final season.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's been a good one. Great series, great show.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement. How can you go wrong?
That's what I was just about to say. I was about to say that exact same thing. So took the words right out of my mouth.
It's like a vampire, like a word vampire. I'm a vocabulary vampire.
Yeah, I hope they do like more This Flag Means Death, because I think there was like questions about whether that show would come back, but I hope it comes back.
I think they may have run out of historical basis to go by, and they're just off in total fiction land with that storyline now. It was sort of loosely based on some real people, right? Our flag means death? I think so.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, the main captain and then Blackbeard.
I love Rhys Darby. Oh, speaking of Rhys Darby, he was slated. Did I post the article? He's slated to appear in... Oh, I think it's this new Star Trek show. I think it's this new Star Trek show. Let me check real quick. It's the one that said Rhys Darby also? No, maybe not. Sorry. False alarm? He's in something that's coming out. Anyway, my bad. Never mind. What else we got?
We're
what
so great on our research.
Yeah. Well, it's been a long what, like 9 days since our last show. We're getting closer to a week at a time. We're getting closer. Been great.
That'd be great.
Oh, well, I want to ask what are your guys' favorite vampire shows?
Oh yeah, that was it for me. That was my my pick was the What We Do in the Shadows. For sure. I like that one.
My favorite of all time is probably Interview with the Vampire. I know, basic.
Classic. Not
But
basic, Matt. Classic.
Good movie.
Yeah.
Good movie.
What's wrong with enjoying the classics?
My guilty pleasure number 2 is Blood Rain, based on the video game.
Oh yeah, nice.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what that game got me into vampires. So.
Damn. Yeah. Blood Rain. That's a good one.
Yeah. So
it's Mia Djokovic?
No. It was the gal that played the Terminator in Terminator 3. Oh, I forget her name.
Wait, sorry, which movie are you talking about? I forgot.
Blood Rain.
Blood Rain.
Maybe I'm talking about something.
Yeah, it was like a straight to DVD, I think.
Oh, it was an Uwe Boll movie?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That wasn't Mia Djokovic. That was someone else.
Yeah. The gal that played
Kristanna Loken.
Kristanna Loken.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. They look alike.
They do a little bit, yeah.
There she is.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Mia Djokovic because she was in the Resident Evil movies.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my guilty pleasure.
But yeah, I remember that movie. I remember that game because I had an old GameStop magazine that had like the Blood Rain like comic or oh man, can't.
And it was good and wholesome.
Another Awakening.
Yeah, it was totally good and wholesome. Yeah. It was completely good and wholesome.
Toker agrees about Interview, likes Interview with the Vampire. Thank you, Toker.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with the classics.
Yeah, no, that it was for me as well, AC. It was definitely an awakening. Her jumping onto guys and wrapping her legs around them and biting their neck. It was,
Damn, never knew girls could wear leather pants like that. That's
right.
Crazy.
Learn something.
Highly recommend that game. Highly recommend that game.
Blood Rain.
And its sequel, Blood Rain 2.
Hell yeah.
I think her dad isn't her dad like Dracula? It's like she's like the daughter of Dracula or whatever.
Come on with these main characters being the spawn of Dracula already. Yeah,
I don't remember, but I think so. Yeah, well, great game though.
That brings us into some video game stuff. What do we got video games this week? Video games?
You had posted the Spider-Man 2's going to PC.
Yes, Spider-Man 2. Let's talk. It's coming to PC. They also announced that they are not going to be putting out any additional storyline content, which I feel like they had announced they were going to do a Venom DLC at some point, but I couldn't find any specifics on that. But I feel like they were talking back when this game first released that they had plans for more to come. But they've announced now that nope, PC version is getting all the upgrades they've done so far, and don't expect anything else. So there you have it.
I'm okay with that.
I'm fairly disappointed because I wanted to play as Venom some more because that was fun.
Right. Yeah. The parts where you play as Venom is super
give me
sweet.
a Venom DLC, damn it! You got the character and the mechanics already worked out, and you have the whole map of New York. I don't care what we do, just let me play as Venom some more, okay?
just drop in a Web of Shadows DLC.
Hey, the game was halfway Web of Shadows anyway.
I know, right?
I guess like the like middle point was they let you play as like anti-Venom.
Yeah. But, that's just Spider-Man, though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's still just Spider-Man. It's not the same.
With a white symbiote instead of a black symbiote.
Yeah, the powers were pretty sweet, though. I did like playing as the symbiote suit Spider-Man in this game a lot. I did like it. Don't get me wrong. But
and for those of you that didn't or don't have a PS5 and do have a PC, stumbling over my words today. I highly recommend getting this on PC. It's such a great game. I had a blast. I just finished playing through it again a couple weeks ago, right before I bought the NHL 25. So yeah, like highly recommend. It's a must play. And Spider-Man 1.
Pretty like crisp and clear when you're playing it.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
Nice.
A really great series. The whole series, pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, and it's so cool because when you get the symbiote and it zooms in, the symbiote is actually like moving like water.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah, it's super cool.
I'm hoping they do something similar with what they did with because after the first Spider-Man, they did Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm hoping after Spider-Man 2, they do Spider-Man Silk, which is they introduced her.
Yeah, they teased her at the end of it, right?
Yep. And I'd love to like, do like just kind of like a mini game, like they did with Miles Morales. And
yeah, except don't sell it for another $60. Just make it a DLC, like decent. Yeah.
Or what I would like to see, Sony, if you're listening, but you're probably not.
Sony definitely watches the show. Everybody.
Yeah, totally, because we talk about them all the time. An Into the Spider-Verse video game. Like, I would totally play that. I would play as Gwen, all the different Spideys. Yeah, just give us that.
Are they doing a Gwen movie spinoff? Something like that? Is that happening?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Play Spider-Punk.
Yeah, well, they tried to do something like that with Dimensions. Like Mike and I played Dimensions because his older brother let us borrow it, and it was okay. But I mean, if they did it right, it would be such a great game.
Or play like Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, and he was in Dimensions. Neil Patrick Harris actually was the voice of Spider-Man. Pete Parker in that game. Do you remember us playing that, Mike?
Oh, totally.
Probably not. Oh,
there
okay.
is a Spider-Gwen spin-off movie in the works, first announced in 2018. The film will also prominently feature other female web-slingers like Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman, or Silk, or others. So, there you go. I did hear about that.
There you go.
Nice.
They are working on a Spider-Gwen spin-off, but they got to finish the second half of this current movie before they do that, right? They got to.
Right.
Sony needs to get their crap together because
get it together.
Sony is in a mess. It seems like.
Yeah. Well, as far as their movies go, yeah. Oh, that was the one. Shattered Dimensions. You just pulled.
Yeah, that's the one you were talking about, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
That was a great one.
What
Yeah.
else in video game news or spider news?
Horizon Zero Dawn is getting a remaster, which I'm excited for.
Right. They're remastering Aloy. Let me pull that up. Tell us all about it.
I don't know if you guys have played Horizon Zero Dawn. I think I streamed it for a while on my channel.
I have played it.
And
I played...
Yeah.
I started the second one, but I have not finished it.
They are great storylines, beautiful world. And the first one's just getting a remaster for the PS5, which is going to add... the environments are going to be updated to fit, kind of looking like Forbidden West. There's going to be more NPCs available in the towns, which I don't know how I feel about that. Because I thought it was kind of cool with like limited NPCs, because it seemed more like post-apocalyptic. But we're going to get more NPCs, and it's just more gorgeousness. Like Horizon Zero Dawn bumped up to be more gorgeous, so I'm stoked for that.
I think it looks
fantastic
great.
game.
Yeah,
Aloy looks like awesome. Like they kind of like updated the graphics to make it look more like, you know, the second game for PS5.
yeah.
Honestly, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty tempted to play it because I love that first game. That first game was so awesome. Just
Right,
like
there were
that open world and the, you know, just like also because I, personal attachment. I grew up in the West, and so like you kind of see different like parts of Utah and Arizona and Colorado, just like in real life.
Yellowstone in
in the
that
video
DLC
game.
too. You went up to Yellowstone, right? I think.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it looked crisp. So
Yeah.
I think I might play it because I love that game.
yeah. It's
And
such a
also, Horizon is just like catching on as far as like a franchise because they did the second game. They did. They're doing like a Lego Horizon game. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. That should be fun. Those Lego games are great.
Yeah, Lego Horizon, and then also
They did that VR. They did the VR Horizon.
Yeah.
Yep, and then
like
also they're going to adapt it into a movie. So I think, yeah.
Is the movie going to be like a straight up adaptation of the game, or is it just taking place in the world? Do you know?
No idea. I would have to figure they would do an adaptation, but
movie. Let's see. That's about the remaster. No, how do I search for the movie? Who knows? Oh, Kevin Costner has a movie called Horizon out that's messing up all these search results. I don't know how to find it. Anyway, I'll try to find some.
Well, I mean, I know that
next week.
Costner.
I do know that like Sony is like up on trying to like, do movies on all their properties. So like Horizon, they did Uncharted a couple years ago. They did,
Yeah.
Next, we're gonna get Astrobot the movie.
Who knows? Maybe.
Hey, it worked for Wally, so why not? Why not? Fantastic. What other video game news this week?
Nothing I can think of. I mean, I looked, but it was like mostly everything that I saw on the blogs were spooky games, which if you go to our Discord, I've added a bunch of different games to the spooky thread. Some older games like The Medium. That's a super spooky game. Dead by Daylight, if you're into those arena games. That one's super cool. And it's spooky. You get like my favorite character to play as in Dead by Daylight is Freddy Krueger. Big surprise. But yeah, I mean, that's mostly what I saw is them announcing like play these spooky games. So and there's not much in gaming news right now, I don't think.
Well, I'll drop something right here because Xbox had a big showcase this weekend.
Oh right, at New York Comic Con.
Yep. Let's see. There we go.
Also, just real quick, there was this announcement trailer for a mobile game, Marvel Mystic Mayhem, coming to a phone near you. And it looks, I don't know, entertaining and cool if you need a phone tappy game to play. But it's got all the Marvel characters. This trailer doesn't actually show any gameplay, which makes me think it's just going to be the most... Or it shows very little gameplay, which makes me think it's going to be just very phone game, you know?
Yeah.
But
sure.
Some
Speaking of mobile
armor
games,
sets on all of the characters in this game, so there's that. But that was one game trailer I saw this week.
I'll go through these really quickly because there was a bunch that went through and
Okay.
Yeah, just tell me whatever catches your eye. Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers. The Control. Yeah, Alan Wake they got a new DLC because Alan Wake is connected to Control. Another great game.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I guess they're getting a multiplayer sort of mode going on.
Nice.
Which is looks pretty cool. Yeah, Alan Wake. It's got a new DLC.
Tricky,
next
welcome to it.
is
Thanks for joining us.
Chronos, The New Dawn.
Ooh.
This is different. This is something new. I have no idea, but it looks pretty cool. I watched the trailer and it's like very like scary. It's like alien type. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
Pirate Yakuza. So if you ever played the Yakuza games, there's Majimi who is like a kind of like a silly character, and he's got an eye patch. So now he's a pirate.
Nice.
He's awesome. He's pretty silly. He's like kind of like the comic relief of the series.
Didn't somebody just say something about wanting a pirate game the other day? Wasn't it Matt? Matt, didn't you say something? Who did? Oh, did we lose Matt? Oh,
pirate game.
Here he is. He's back. Sorry, Matt, we lost you. You're back.
I did see a comment on X that said, "Yo, for everybody like wanting a sequel to Assassin's Creed 4, the pirate Assassin's Creed, like this game is going to eat its lunch. This is what you've been waiting for."
Nice.
So there's that one. Let's see. Animal Well is now on Xbox. I played Animal Well. Animal Well is fantastic. It's such a great side-scroller, puzzler, Metroidvania game.
Ooh, nice.
Very, very good. Let's see. Blind Fire. I saw a little bit of this. It's kind of like a multiplayer, just kind of one of those games, you know.
Yeah, first person. Yep. I see.
Yeah. It looks good. I like the art style.
Looks like laser tag.
Yep.
Wow.
Mouse PI for Hire is so you remember how Mickey Mouse went into public domain?
Yeah.
Just like last year. So this this is the game that came out for it.
Oh, and it's also a first-person shooter, huh?
Yeah, it looks really, really crazy and fun. I definitely want it to come out on PS5.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, really.
To be alive.
Mouse PI for Hire looks really, really good. Let's see. Legend of Babbo. This looks like a really cool artistic game. I don't know too much about it, but it looks like a really cool adventure game.
Oh no.
You got a big doggo as your companion. So I'm into it.
A doggy.
A doggy. Let's see. Eden Zero is coming. Anime game. Don't know much about it. Looks okay. Let's see. Eternal Strands. Don't know much about that.
Action game
Mistfall.
with heavy nature elements, fighting with fire, ice, and a giant sword.
Yeah, it could be good.
It sounds like Devil May Cry. What was that other one? Enchanted Arms? Was that Enchanted Arms? I can't remember, but yeah, it smells like that.
It smells like that. Yeah, totally,
Yeah.
totally.
Let's see. I'm on Mistfall Hunter.
Okay.
Kind of, yeah, it looks like a Souls-like. Just,
no.
yeah, beat him up.
I can't do those Souls games, man. I can't do it. My stepson is trying to get me to play Elden Ring. Like every time I walk into the game room, he's like, Matt, you've got to try Elden Ring. Play Elden Ring with me. And I'm just like, buddy, I can't do. I hate, like, the only time I have ever rage quit and thrown my controller across the room was playing Dark Souls 2. Like, I never do that. I never get so upset that I throw my controller, but I did that with Dark Souls 2.
You tilted.
And
You tilted.
yeah, I realized that I can't play those games, and he's just like,
Yeah.
he's like, Matt, you gotta play it. You gotta play it, and it's like, you know, I wanna connect with my stepson, but I
Not
can't
like this.
Not like this.
Yeah, man.
Gotta be another game we can play.
I don't know. I love it. I love those games because you know what? You try and you try and you try and you know.
It's got to be a glutton for punishment sort of thing, man. Like,
But once you do it, once you beat the boss, once you do it, it's like the best feeling in the world. I guarantee you.
I'm sure that there's like this dopamine rush that goes into you as soon as you beat the boss. But I gotta tell you, I play video games for story. I watch movies for story. I'm big into the stories. I'm not into getting my ass handed to me over and over and over again. Like, because I suck at video games. I've said this on multiple jolts. I suck at video games. Yeah, I suck. So I just can't do those Soul Styles games or roguelike games. I can't do those either.
See, I like a good roguelike, but I'm not that into the Souls-like.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Changed the date this whole time. I just changed it though. Are you proud of me?
Yeah. Good job.
I distracted.
I mean, I'll just say, like, yeah, the first Dark Souls, it's one of my top 5. I love that game, and Elden Ring probably too.
Of all time.
Of all times.
Okay. Well, since we're on the subject now, what are your top 5 video games of all time?
My top 5 video games of all time.
Yeah.
Number 1 is Super Metroid. Number 2, probably Dark Souls. Number 3, gotta go Castlevania, Symphony of the Night.
Yes.
Number 4, probably I don't know, Mario Kart. I think Mario Kart. 64. I mean, Mario Kart 64. And then 5, probably. I like Spyro the Dragon.
Okay. Mike?
My top 5 games? I can't list 5 games right now.
Okay. All right.
5
well,
games ever of all time?
Yeah, your top 5 video games of all time.
I hate picking favorites. Look, the recent Spider-Man series is in there.
Yep.
The Horizon series is in there, and the Lost Cause series, Just Cause, the Just Cause series. Those were fantastic.
Those are fun.
Those are fun as hell games. And No Man's Sky, and 4 is enough. 4 is enough.
Okay. I will let you get away with that. You actually mentioned my number one, Andreas. My number one is Symphony of the Night. I can play. Yeah, when I am sad, when I'm sick, when I'm, just whenever I need to pick me up, I will put in Symphony of the Night, and I love that game so much. But I love the Castlevania games. As much as I say I suck at video games, I'm really good at Castlevania games, which is weird. Because
I love the Metroidvanias. I mean, that's why I said Super Metroid is my favorite game ever.
And that would be on my list too.
Yeah, you know what? Throw that on my. That's my number 5 right there. That's also on my top 5 list. Super Metroid. That one was.
I love like Metroid more than like Super Mario, more than Sonic. Metroid is like my favorite franchise, and it's like whenever a new Metroid game comes out, I'm just like pumped.
I wish they would do more Castlevanias, because that's me. Again, big into vampires, so duh. Mike, what was that Link game or that Zelda game that we used to play in college?
Oh boy.
Was it Link's Awakening? No, it wasn't.
The one on 64?
No, the one on Super Nintendo.
Oh, that's Link to the Past, which is
Link to the
put that
Past.
on my list of top 5. See, now I got 6 on my top 5. See what you've done? See what happens?
We played that. We played that all the time in college. I brought my Super Nintendo, and my dorm room was
that
was
might be the top of my list, actually. Link to the Past might be my favorite game of all time. Now that you've forced me to think about it this much, I think it might be my favorite of all time.
In college. He would come to my dorm room, and we would play A Link to the Past. Did we go away?
No, you're back.
Oh,
I got you back.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry, yeah. Bumps sometimes. I don't know what the deal is with that.
But the last couple of ones I got here are Mistful Hunter.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Matt doesn't want to play that one because it's a Souls-like. I think that's what got us off on that.
Yeah. Wheel World. It's a Xbox unveiled a new bicycle racing game.
Nice.
Interesting. I haven't seen this. Wow. It looks fun. It looks really cool. Phasmophobia is coming to Xbox.
Oh no, this is a spooky one, isn't it?
That's a spooky one.
Oh,
Phasmophobia. It's where you're basically like ghost hunters, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that looks not my style, but
spooky.
And then I think the big one that they announced is Subnautica 2.
Oh boy.
Subnautica 2
sequel.
Did you ever play it?
I did play this a little bit. I didn't get very far in it, but I have played it. It's in my Steam library.
It's interesting. I was kind of like shocked that they announced Subnautica 2. Wow.
Yeah, surprising.
Because Subnautica is like that, action survival type of horror game where you just gotta survive.
Yeah.
You gotta catch fish. Sometimes a big fish comes up and eats you.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that Minecraft type of game.
Yeah, survive and build and get better stuff and mine some more resources.
Yeah, and also, like, if you die, you die.
Yeah, if you die, you die.
Game over.
Yeah.
Go?
Yeah, I tried that because we were playing Conan a lot, and somebody said it's like Conan but underwater, and I was like, I'll try that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun.
Pull the chat up on screen a little better for a minute. Toker's talking about his top 5 list: Morrowind, Dark Souls, World of Warcraft, No Man's Sky, and Fallout 2. Excellent, excellent. And Tricky's got No Man's Sky, GTA 5, Chernobylite, Planet Coaster, and that's it. Yeah, 4 is fine. 4 is fine.
Well, no, Tricky did come in and say the God of War.
The God of Wars. Yep. I'm just catching up on it. Yep, awesome.
Those are good lists. Those are good lists.
Yeah.
And yes, Tricky,
God of Wars.
Actor Matt is, in fact, the star of perhaps the greatest Christmas film ever made. The Lonely Christmas Eve? What's the exact title? Sorry.
Yeah, Lonely Christmas.
Is it not on YouTube anymore? Where is it?
I don't know. It might be on
Milestone.
Danny's channel. Might be on Danny's channel.
He sometimes unlists some videos.
He does. I know it's on my channel. If you guys want to go to Actor Matt Seaton on YouTube.
YouTube.com/Actor Matt, right?
Yeah, I think it's on mine. No, Actor Matt Seaton.
Yep, there he is. There he is.
Yeah.
Live streams. Did Lonely Christmas ever get... No, I don't think Lonely Christmas went on here. But we did make your sweet action trailer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen this for ages. Oh boy, oh boy. And
Oh
is the
man, you're
browser
gonna
still
play
showing?
it.
I'm just showing a little bit. This is Matt's
Okay.
acting real trailer
Yeah.
that we made for him one time, and it's so wonderful. So yeah, that's definitely Matt in Lonely Christmas, Tricky. Definitely Matt. We'll have to post that up in the Discord once something happens. Once we can find
Danny,
it. If it gets listed again.
Danny
Action
has
Man.
a stable of actors, Tricky, and I'm the first person he calls when he writes a new script. It's, hey Matt, what are you doing?
It's wonderful. That's what it is.
Yeah. And that's what gave me the name Actor Matt Seaton, is because I was just acting in everything Danny does. So
Yeah.
I'm in a couple of them. I'm in the Which
yeah, you
Kind of-
are.
Yes.
You were in the hobo. A hobo one that
We've
we
all
did.
been in a Danny Chadwick production at one point or another. He gets us all in the end.
Yeah.
Look at this great shot, though. Look at that.
Yeah.
I love this trailer.
You guys in the salt class for that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Oh boy, back to video game news. What else we got?
Yeah, let's go back to video. I'm blushing over here. Let's go back to video game news.
I think that was about it for video games.
That was about all, I think.
Yeah.
Trying to see what else we got here.
There is again.
I guess we can talk about. Oh, go on, Matt.
Well, I was gonna say. Until Halloween, there is now a Spooky Games thread in our Discord. I'm probably going to be. You got starstruck, Tricky.
No,
Yeah, that's fine. I'm probably going to be posting Spooky Games until Halloween in that Spooky Games thread. So if you want to drop in there and take a look, that's what I do. I love Halloween. I love the spooky season. And so I'm probably going to just start posting all the games that I find scary there, just in case you need a little bit of spooky gaming time.
spooky in your life.
Yeah.
Going on.
Well, there's a little bit more TV talk we could do, I reckon, because I forgot to talk about the Penguin latest episode, which we got another one coming out tonight, so we should definitely talk about the Penguin.
Right. I'm all catch up on Penguin.
Yes, but before that, what? Oh, I wanted to shout out this show, High Potential, which we didn't talk about yet on the show here. But it's starring Caitlin Olsen of Always Sunny in Philadelphia fame, who is fantastic in it. And then I just wanted to say, it's like a murder mystery. She's like this suddenly genius lady that can solve crimes just by looking at the crime scene and all the evidence and putting it together better than the cops. So the cops start working with her to help them solve their crime cases. It's one of those type of shows, like Monk or what, Numbers, I think, is sort of like that, but they do it with math. It's that kind of thing. But it's Caitlin Olsen, who's great to watch. Not really my type of show, but it's been entertaining because of Caitlin Olsen, mostly.
I love her.
And the rest of the cast is good. It's got Judy Reyes, who played Carla in Scrubs. She's great.
Oh, okay.
She's great. And some other good cast members. They're doing a good job with it. It's been all right so far. Those episodes are coming out on Tuesdays on ABC/Hulu. So
is it a comedy?
It's funny, but it's more like the murder solving than the comedy. But it's still funny sometimes.
Okay.
Because Caitlin Olsen's hilarious. Really hilarious.
Okay. Yeah,
I was being more serious in this one. She's not being full-fledged like comic. She's being more serious in this one. It's
okay,
still, like,
I
funny,
thought maybe
writing.
she was going to be a butler, and
like that episode of Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Butler. What was that episode? That was so great. And she was.
It's the one where the gang is witnessing the liquor store getting holed up.
Oh yeah, and she fantasizes that old witness protection program that turns into a TV show.
And then
No
she marries Josh
Groban.
Josh Groban.
That was a great episode.
And then divorces him 2 days later to marry Brad Pitt.
I definitely, like, if I watch this show, I definitely have to divorce myself from her character in Always Sunny. And
right, I don't know if I could do it.
The whole first couple episodes, I was just kind of waiting for her to break into D, and then she never does. And so it's like, okay, she's not going to turn into D all of a sudden. She's playing another character. It's okay. Still good at it. She was also in Hacks recently in a more serious part that was really good. She was really good in that too, and that's a very, very good show. It just did a third season recently.
No, that definitely. I want to watch it because I can definitely like picture myself like the other guys like Charlie Day away from those characters.
Yeah.
When they're being good actors, because all of them are just such great actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. He's been watching The Devil's Hour on Prime with Capaldi. I heard of this. That was in 22. Yeah, I never did watch this one, but it looked good. I love Capaldi. He's fantastic. That TV, and then there was one other. Oh, vaguely TV related, just something a little bit on the case of Gina Carano versus Disney, because they fired her a couple years ago, and now Elon Musk is helping anybody who lost their job because of their tweets to sue their former employers. So now they're suing Disney. Anyway, the trial's set to start September 29th next year. But this is like a recent announcement about the trial. They're moving forward with it. So she is still suing them for firing her for comparing herself to Holocaust victims, like a big crybaby. So good luck, Gina, I guess. Try to get that dollar. Get them dollar bills. You victim.
That's, don't want to get like super political on this show, but
not to get political. I kind of love this saga.
F her. She's just a crybaby. She's a crybaby, and
just a little follow up on the crybabiness.
Anybody that compares themselves to Holocaust victims, I mean, really, like,
it was
the
whole thing. It was pretty pathetic, and then acting like, oh, why won't you hire me anymore? Like, get over yourself.
Yeah.
Take responsibility for the things that you say.
Yeah. Oh, what about my free speech with this private corporation that owns me and not the other way around? Don't I get free speech there? It's that kind of
thing. Take responsibility and just like take the L. Yeah. Because you're wrong. Don't come crying for you effed up. Lady.
For real.
Sorry.
So there, Gina Carano. We'll see what happens next year, I guess. And then, let's talk Penguin. Let's talk Penguin because it's so freaking good.
Penguin's good.
So this last episode was episode 4, And flashbacks on flashbacks on flashbacks. We see Sophia Falcone. A lot in the. Well, this is Sophia's episode. This is just Sophia's episode. Let me hold on.
Yeah.
Try to find. It's okay.
We find out why she's called the Hangman.
Yes, we find out all about that. We see Mark Strong taking the place of John Turturro as Carmine Falcone in this series, in these flashbacks. They got him dressed just the same. They gave him the mustache and the sunglasses.
Yeah,
I didn't know we were getting Mark Strong in this, but I love Mark Strong, so I'm actually thrilled about it.
Oh, sure. Like, I believe, this is like Mark Strong. I buy he's like a young John Turturro.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and just him playing Carmine Falcone, I'll take it all day long. There's Turturro as Carmine in The Batman. So they recast him. There was an announcement. It was just a scheduling thing. They couldn't get Turturro because he was doing other stuff, unfortunately. But yeah, Mark Strong pulling off the role very fantastically. We see how he is really the hangman, basically. He's the one that did all the stranglings and hangings that he then later, at the end of this episode, pins on Sophia, gets her sent to Arkham. Not at the end of the episode, but like towards the middle, we see that part.
Yeah, he kind of fucked her up, basically.
He sold her down the river. Well, and it was because she was talking to a reporter, which the Penguin went and tattled on her about. So we found out what the bad blood was between the Penguin and Sophia. But yeah, this episode largely focused on Sophia, and it was incredible. I'm trying to find a picture of her from this episode, but it was like her whole story, her time in Arkham, the whole process of her getting onboarded into Arkham was horrifying and hard to watch. It got difficult to watch in parts. It was brutal. It was brutal.
The electroshock therapy,
torturing her, just dragging her around in there, all of this stuff, and then she gets attacked by that other inmate in there. It is gruesome.
It's bad.
Gruesome. And it was like, seriously, there was a couple of points I was like, maybe I turn this episode off or skip ahead. I kept watching after all, but it had me considering it because it was just that intense. It was that brutal. It was very, very brutal episode. But then by the end of it, she comes out of Arkham, and it's kind of like, okay, I get why she wants to kill this whole family of people and why she's so mad at them. And you go ahead and be a villain because you've earned it. She earned it. She earned her villainhood, and it was a very fantastic way to do a villain origin story. This episode should be like a case study.
She kills, what's her name? Luca?
Magpie. Oh, yeah, she kills Luca. Yes.
And...
She got her vengeance. She killed the whole damn family except for Doug Stamper. What's his name in this? The guy that's sleeping with Luca's wife that we talked about last episode. I forget his name now. But she gasses the whole family out. She rigs up the furnace in the basement, gasses them out, takes her niece out to the garden to have the sleepover in the greenhouse, and then in the morning goes and just like tidies up and calls the police and says, everybody's dead. Too bad. It was a beautiful and horrible episode all at the same time. It was so good and so hard to watch. But really good. I'm loving this show. Really good TV.
Penguin.
This dinner scene where she stands up, this is right before she kills everybody. She stands up and just like sort of tells them all that they can go to hell. It was Kristen Milioti is just really securing her place in my mind as one of the best actresses right now doing anything. Just one of the best right now. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she's great. Definitely. If they don't give her like a Golden Globe or an Emmy,
give her awards for the show for sure.
Come on, man. It's really good. It's really good.
It's
so bad.
It's the best TV on right now. This is the best TV on right now, I think. At least in my opinion, this is the best TV on right now. I'm loving this show. Real good stuff. Real good cast. Real good storyline. It's so meaty. There's so much plot happening all the time. And even this episode, it was all Sophia. Flashbacks and all, but good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah,
I'm really enjoying it.
I'm definitely
see how it wraps up.
I like the whole like reimagining of Penguin. Like, he's not Oswald Cobblepot. He's Oz.
Bob. Yeah.
Yeah. And no, they've been doing a good job. I'm thinking, I'm hopefully. So to kind of tie this into like more like, movie news. I know that WB and they've been trying to convince James Gunn to like make the Matthew Reeves Batman like part of his universe.
Yeah.
Like which is like, why not? I
They need
like
Batman. They gotta have some Batman. No?
I know like Batman.
You know Batman?
James Gunn had like plans to like make a different Batman for his universe, but I mean, you gotta get a perfectly good Batman right here. Make him the Batman.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson, Batman.
Except I don't think Colin Farrell wants to wear this suit anymore, so I don't know if they'd be able to use like the Penguin that they've done so much work on. Which is
well, they don't have to use him. They don't have to use him. He doesn't have to do that forever. Just use Robert Pattinson Batman.
Yeah.
As the Batman for the DCU. I mean,
it can work.
Come on.
Yeah, we talked about, they showed that photo of Crypto last week. Did we talk about that? I think we did. There's a photo out of Crypto.
Yeah.
People have talked about, why isn't it this kind of dog? Why isn't it that kind of dog? And James Gunn is like, it's an alien. So he's not really having any of that. Why isn't it the right dog talk? Which I appreciate about James Gunn.
I definitely love the idea of just like having like your Superman just being like really like whimsical and silly. Yeah, he has a super dog.
Yeah, well there he is on screen. Like, he's just a little like floppy-eared fluffer. I like him.
Your Robert Pattinson Batman, like super serious and dark and emo, and watching them like come together. Yeah. Because that's like the whole point of like their relationship. Batman v Superman, like they're like complete opposites, Yeah. So I would love to see that kind of like dynamic come together.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Should be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what James Gunn does with these.
Because I didn't dig like the whole like Harry Cavill dark Superman, just like, oh, I'm Superman, I'm emo and all that. It's like it didn't vibe with me.
Instead of I'm Batman, it's I'm Superman.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Batman's already Batman,
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would love just like a kind of like a silly and whimsical Superman.
Well, Superman was kind of the Captain America of the DC universe, and he was always the good boy. So they should keep Superman being the good boy and the Boy Scout. That was one of the things I hated about Superman. Superman is like, you guys lost me. My eyes glazed over when you started talking Superman. Because we could do an entire episode on why I hate Superman. So I won't get into it, but yeah,
Okay.
Here's my best comparison of Superman. He should be like Goku. Who is just like all powerful, but he's just like really silly, just like kind of ignorant about most stuff of life, but at the same time he knows like how how to be right, how to be righteous, how to be just a good person, and that's how I think about Superman.
Right. And if he was silly about it, like Goku, and now we're talking about Japanese anime. Goku, yeah, Goku was childlike even into his adulthood, and when he had children.
Yeah, definitely.
So
that's what I'm saying. Is just like Superman should just be like very, just like, childlike. He should be but there's that thing in him that says like, how to be good, how to be like, good-hearted, protect people.
There's also something in him that says Kamehameha.
Yeah, his power level.
Ooh-ah!
Yeah, definitely. He's like super powerful, and he knows he is, but he knows like he's not gonna like, use it over people. He just wants to be. He wants to use the power to be good. He wants to use the power to protect people. So that's what I think about Superman.
Yeah, that would be great. It'd also be great if Superman went Super Krypton and his hair went blonde.
Yeah, why can't Superman turn blonde though? Clearly, Goku's more powerful.
Pretty sure there's like a thing where it's just like on YouTube. What happens if Goku fights Superman?
Yeah. Oh yeah, all kinds of speculation about it out there, and pictures I've been pulling up.
Definitely.
My money's on Goku. I hate Superman.
Oh, which reminds me, there was the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero game sold 3 million digital copies worldwide in 24 hours.
Oh,
Big
you know what,
milestone.
man? That's on my list.
That game's doing very well right now.
I want to get that game.
Great. Yeah.
I want to get that game, and then also I want to get the Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
Oh yeah, those are so good.
So is Sparking Zero what is that? Is that like the?
It's a fighting game. It's like the next Budokai Tenkaichi, right? But they changed the title. I believe it's like the former. But it's like a Street Fighter style Dragon Ball fighting game.
Yeah, on GameCube I had Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and it's just it basically is just like every single character in Dragon Ball history you get, and you can just like fight each other. So there's like Broly, there's Goku, there's like a million like Gokus, like Super Saiyan 1 Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. There's Trunks, there's Frieza, there's Mecha Frieza, there's all of them. They're all there.
Nice.
What was the last one? The Kakarot?
Yes.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Didn't that do the same thing? Well,
that was like an open world RPG more. It was more of an RPG game.
Yeah,
like play through the Dragon Ball series.
Yeah, and basically that game you're all like you're only Goku in that game, right?
Yeah. Well, some levels you play on. No, you can play Vegeta sometimes. You switch a little bit, but mainly Goku.
Okay.
But yeah, like the other game is just like every single like Dragon Ball character you can think of, they're all there.
Nice. What was the other game? We jumped into the Dragon Ball. What was the other one you were talking about?
Oh, Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh, yeah. The collection. Oh, man. I would love to get that collection.
I loved when I was in high school. I I probably paid my friend like too much money to buy his PlayStation 2. Because he also had Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Just so I can play that, and man, that was it was so cool. I loved that game. And yeah, now like 20 years later, if I could play that game again, man.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think it was 2 that was my favorite. Who was your go-to team? Because you could have 3 characters, right?
Yeah, no, I was definitely like I loved Cable. I loved Magneto.
Magneto was always good.
And Strider from
Strider.
Strider
from Strider. Yeah.
I just liked I mean I can't pick. It's just like I love Cyclops.
Spider-Man was always on my team. Like every team I picked, it always had Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, was good.
Wolverine was always good, but Wolverine was the go-to for everybody. cheater Wolverine. Wolverine was to Marvel versus Capcom as Scorpion was to Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
What was it? Tornado Claw? Hell yeah. I love
Tornado Claw, yeah.
games.
Tornado Claw!
Loved them. Yeah, we got your, uncle or cousin in the chat? There.
Probably, maybe both.
Both?
Yeah.
Hello, gentlemen.
Yep.
Saw your video posted earlier here in the Discord, or your channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, those two games I'm looking forward to eventually. I don't know. I'm still, I guess this is a good segue to go into, like, what have we been playing?
Oh yeah, what have you been playing? AC Gamer?
So I've same story as last time. I've been playing Star Wars Outlaws. Just slowly making my way through it. I'm not rushing myself to go, beat the game. Although I think I may try to get through the story a bit faster. But I just love the vibe. Like it's just like
take your time, dude. Take your time.
I just love like hanging out in like Star Wars world.
Yeah, I rushed through it and I regret it. Take your time.
It's like there's literally a button where it's just like, sit here or stand here, and you can just be like, just hang out and look around because it's so cool. I just love like the design, like the planets and the atmosphere is so good. So yeah, I've been playing through that. And then also I've been playing through Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom.
Nice.
And yeah, I've been enjoying that too because god damn, that's another game where I just love hanging around the world. It's like dropping me back in the Link of the Past when I was a little kid and just like, walking around Hyrule and just hanging out, don't have to rush myself through everything. I love the power to just like create basically everything you come across, like all the like the villains, all the like little bad guys that you come across, you can create them, and then they're your friends, they're buddies. Like you get like a little gang going up.
Nice.
Like all the moblins, all the Octoroks, they just follow you around, and it's really cool. So
Nice.
that's what I've been playing. What about you, boys?
Matt, what do you got? Playing anything?
Oh man, same as last week, and it's gonna be the same until hockey season is over. I'm just playing
NHL grind. How's your season going?
Oh man. I've lost 5 games.
Oh, Matt.
I know.
No.
I've lost 5 games. But in reality, the Utah Hockey Club won last night. Yes.
Real sports alert.
Yep.
Well, good for Utah.
This is news and entertainment, which hockey is entertaining. So.
What are we called? The Utah what?
It's the Hockey Club for now. Next season we'll get our actual name. The rumors are we're going to be the Yeti.
Why
not a big fan.
Something with 2 Z's, though. Why not?
Well, the Blizzard was on the table. So we have the Grizzlies.
It's like right there. It's right there.
Right. We've got the Jazz. We've got the Grizzlies. We've got the Stars.
Uh-huh. It's Utah. We had the Buzz for a while. I don't think we still... it's the Bees.
Yeah, we have the Buzz.
They were the Buzz for a bit, right?
Buzz.
So the Buzz. The big ones on the table were the Yeti, the Mountaineers, the Raptors, the Blizzard, and... what was the other one?
Raptors with 2 Z's?
Maybe.
I like Raptors, but it's already taken by Toronto.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then, well, not for
Yeti,
hockey.
I think Yeti's good. I think we should take the Yeti. I think it's good.
I'm not a big fan, but,
I'm not about the lack of Z's.
Maybe we should do it the Yetis with
the
2
Yetis.
Z's.
Two Z's.
With E's, with two Z's.
I don't know much about sports, but I know that Utah team names are supposed to have two Z's. That's what I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Damn it, if anything, Yeah, the Blizzard did have two Z's in it, so, I mean, maybe we'll be the Blizzard.
Don't necessarily have to be at the end, but they got to be in there.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been playing, just more NHL 25. Great game. Every time I play, it looks more and more lifelike. The characters look more and more like their real life counterparts. So if you're into hockey and you like playing sports games, I do recommend NHL 25.
Hockey. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Great. What have I been playing? Halls of Torment still. Trying to get all these achievements and stuff. Trying to get all these Chivos worked out. But it's a grind. It's a bit of a grind, and it's really kind of fun. It's a good game. It's a good game. I like it. It's this roguelike I've told you about in the past. It's very like Diablo inspired in its sound effects and graphics. But it's like, run the dungeon, try to get as much treasure as you can, beat the boss, and then run the dungeon again. You can pick a different character each time you run the dungeon. You can keep the equipment you find to use on your next run, that kind of thing. You save up your gold to buy some power-ups and things that you can use when you make your runs. So, yeah. Not a lot to it, and not a lot different than any other time I've talked about it, but Halls of Torment has been on my playlist for a while, and it's good. It's real good.
Nice.
So there you go.
I've been craving one of those types of games. I've been thinking about Diablo 4. I know they just had like the last DLC that just came out, and it's been reviewing really good. I'm tempted, man.
Yeah,
I might go back
I own a copy of
Diablo grind, although I know it'll consume me.
Yeah. It's a fun one to fall into once in a while, though. Sure.
The only thing I didn't like about Diablo 4 is it's online.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm going to play Diablo, I want to play by myself. Like, I don't need other people coming in. Like, I just want to be in the Diablo world by myself.
I feel the same way. It's like I definitely wanted to just like go through it to play through the story and then get to the end game basically. But
yeah,
and then like I also like appreciate you can just like hop in with your buddies and just like play around a lot. I mean, yeah, when we were playing Diablo 3, Mike, I think your buddy from who lives on the East Coast, like we would play Diablo 3 and then like he would just like take us through these dungeons and like we would just like super level up our characters so much.
That's right. I can't remember who was boosting us through all that.
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago.
Totally. Good stuff. See, yeah, it'd be fun to play, like, jump in the three of us, just get a small group of people you know. But, playing with randos, nah. Never. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Real hit or miss.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I got really big into Apex Legends and just, like, hopping into, like, a random game with, like, randos and, like, the people that you would be playing with are just, like, so...
Yeah.
Just...
Yeah, I really enjoyed
like yelling at you in your ear, just like, "What are you doing, motherfucker?" I don't want to play with you.
Yeah, you suck. I enjoyed my time with Apex Legends, but I had people I knew that I was playing with for most of the time, so it was easier to enjoy that way, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need someone scream at me, "Mother trucker," every 5 seconds.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anything else we should cover this week, fellas?
I think we covered it.
Pretty good. We busted through most of these articles. Of course, if anybody watching ever wants to share the news with us, feel free to drop it in the Discord. Join in the chat when we're offline. But yeah, I think that should be a good place to wrap her up.
Yeah.
There's no objections. Thanks everybody for joining along with us in the chat, wherever you're watching. Gaming Mike's channel streaming to all channels. This has been Jolt, your video game and entertainment news update podcast type of show.
Yeah.
Toker agrees about Apex players too. Toker, thanks for hanging out with us today. Appreciate you being here. Final thoughts, Matt? Got any final parting thoughts for us? Parting wisdom?
Wherever you go, there you are.
Wonderful. AC?
I love you.
All right. We'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Oh, boy.
Good show.
Indeed. All right, fellas.